I was upstairs, writing in my notebook, when my college roommate called me down. "Hey Mia, there's a police officer who wants to speak with you." It was actually a detective. And when I came down, he was standing by the door with 2 other officers by his side. I remembered his face from the first time we met years back, only this time, he didn't want to speak with me. He came to arrest me. "Did you do it, Mia? Did you really do those things to your own father?" "I didn't do anything. I am innocent." "According to your notebook, you're an accomplice along with Relic. Everything they need is in there. All of your and Relic's thoughts, ideas, and including what happened to your father. Why don't you tell me how he did it?" "I don't want to talk about him. He's my friend, and he's saved my life more times than I can count. He's innocent." "Let me explain. I am here because the police have charged you with what happened to your father. While your court case continues, I am to evaluate and give my final thoughts to the judge. What I'm trying to say is I can save your life. I just need you to tell me the truth. So please, tell me everything and start from the beginning." "Well, I met him in my sophomore year of high school during lunch. I was a loner before I met him. How do you even be friends with a semi-deaf girl like me? My hearing aids made me the school target where I would either get picked on or someone would mock me behind my back. But that day, as they were trying to read my notebook, I finally had enough and stood up to them. They were speechless, but instead of apologizing, one of them threw my notebook onto the floor, causing all of the pages to fly all over the ground. As I was picking them off the floor, I saw a pair of shoes in front of me, with a hand holding out one of my missing pages. "I think you dropped this." Thanks." "Whoa, what is this? Poetry, huh? It almost reminds me of my depression. I'm Relic, by the way." "I'm Mia. Why are you talking to me? They'll pick on you too if they see us. Are you new?" "They won't even notice us, don't worry. And no, I was born and raised here, but between you and me, I was just released from a mental hospital for depression, so no one wants to really be around me. But I guess you can say I'm new." I thought he was the most beautiful boy I had ever seen. He was sweet, intelligent, and understood all of my feelings. He was the one who encouraged me to write more of my thoughts and feelings into my notebook, saying it helps, and we'd do it together. And then the police pulled me out of class and handcuffed me in front of everyone. They questioned me about the notebook. Apparently, someone had noticed me writing in it, and they broke into my locker wanting to read it. They turned it into the principal without knowing the context, who then called the police, fearing for everyone's safety. The only thing they focused on was the mental issues. Things like my fear of going to school, my anxious thoughts of judgment, and how death would be a peaceful way out. When I tried to explain to them that it was all fiction, the only thing they would ask was, "But do you want these things to happen?" It didn't matter what I said. They already had it in their heads that I was crazy and wanted a reason to send me to a mental hospital. They were just trying to protect you from yourself. Some of the things in your file are alarming and you needed help. Help? They put me in a mental hospital over a notebook. They called me a danger to everyone at school when really, it was the school that was a danger to me. I'm sorry you had to go through that alone. But please, they just wanted to monitor you, to see if you were fine. Can you tell me where Relic was in all of this? Did he get in trouble too?" "No, he didn't. He was my only friend. and I wasn't going to lose his trust, so I never mentioned him to anyone. Did you hear from him during this time? Just through a letter he sent me when he found out where I was going. I didn't know what it meant until I got to the hospital. They diagnosed me with anxiety, depression, autism, or Asperger's syndrome, to be exact, and bipolar disorder, all of which they tried to cure me of and failed. And that was because I knew nothing was wrong with me. The nurses didn't understand anything I was trying to tell them. They thought I was being difficult and stubborn, so they put me in hydrotherapy treatment. They'd make the water as cold as humanly possible, so it was just above freezing, and then left me in there for hours to remove my illnesses. I'd hear them drag other people out of their rooms, and when they returned, it was like they were zombies. I knew I didn't want to end up like that, and I just wanted to get out, so I panicked, and I tried to run out the doors, but a nurse grabbed me, and I accidentally hit my head on her face, breaking her nose. They held me down and sedated me, strapping me to my bed with soft cuffs. That was the last straw for the doctors, and I heard him authorize an ECT, electroconvulsive shock therapy. I tried to scream and get out, but I was already fading in and out of consciousness. Then it went dark.